Today we are looking at this Ali Cavanaugh portrait set from Qor. I purchased this off Amazon. I really like Qor paints. So I'm going to swatch these out for you so you can see how they are. They look wet, and here they are dry. This is with one layer. This is with two layers. So you can see I've built up the color on these. First we have PY150, which is Nickel Azo Yellow, which is, I'm going to pre-wet this, see what happens here. Nickel Azo is my favorite yellow. Absolutely love it. It's on all my palettes. It's just so beautiful because it can go from this kind of golden color to all the way back to a light true yellow. So it's really a lovely yellow. If you have to have one yellow on your palette, this is the one I would recommend. The next color is Pyrrole Orange. I've never had this color before. This is a crazy color, but it's really lovely. So I'm washing them out at the top so we can see how they, because this is a skin tone palette, so we need to see the lighter version of these colors. And if you don't know Ali Cavanaugh, look her up. She is awesome. She paints these wonderful ethereal portraits that are really lovely. Let's water this up a little bit here. Lighten that up a little bit. Let's just lift some of that off so we can see how light this color can go. Very interesting color. I really like this, the PO73, because this is much more transparent than I assumed it would be. So I'm going to have fun playing with that color. It's almost a coral color when you wash it down. Lovely color. And mixed with this yellow, it will make some beautiful peaches. The next one up is the Perylene Crimson. Apparently, I have a little bit of stain on my brush, a little yellow under here. Apparently this color was made for her specifically by Qor. I know she likes to mix this color and the sap green to get dark shadows, and I think she uses it a lot for hair. And it actually is I think it's a Perylene Maroon. But as all Perylenes go, it has a very flat drying shift. And that's my problem with Perylene, all the Perylene colors. I really love them when they're wet, but when they dry quite flat, which is okay. But just be aware that that's going to happen so you're not surprised. This is my favorite sap green. I do use Qor's sap green. It is my favorite sap green. And I do love Qor paints. They're lovely paints. They're fun to paint with, and they're very consistent and very lovely paints. So that's got a PR101, a PY150, which is the Nickel Azo, and a PG36. So that's a green in your sap green. All your sap greens are going to have multiple pigments in them. That's just the way it is. The next one is another color that was made for her. This is Ultramarine Turquoise. This color was made specifically for her. It's just a ultramarine blue, a PB29, but it's with a phthalo green, which is a classic for turquoise color. It's a very green turquoise color, very dark color. But I know she washes this out. She does her underpaintings, I believe, with this. So she washes it way down. So it's very soft, very soft. It looks mostly phthalo green to me. I don't see much ultramarine in here at all, but I imagine that just the granulating, she put it in there for the granulating properties. I'm going to have to play with this color. I don't know. It's pretty bold under painting for me. We'll see. And the last one is Payne's Gray, and I do like their Payne's Gray. I do use their Payne's Gray. So the reason I bought this set was mostly out of curiosity for her painting style, but I also use these colors. So even if I didn't like the set as a portrait set, I wouldn't be wasting any money because I can always use these colors. So there you have it. That is the Ali Cavanaugh portrait painting set from Qor. I love nickel azo. I'm really interested in using this pyrrole orange, which surprises me, but I'm going to use a lot of that more. I'm not sold on the perylene crimson because of the flatness of how it dries. I'll play with it, but I'm not sure I'm going to use that color. I may use it in hair, though. Sap green, I love their sap green. This color is interesting. I am going to play with this some more. And the Payne's Gray is lovely. So would I recommend this set? Yes, I would, because this set isn't just good for portraits, but it's good. It's a nice primary yellow. It's a nice sap green, and you can always use the Payne's Gray. And if you like turquoises as much as I do, you'll find a use for that. So yes, it's a lovely set, and I would recommend this. Okay, so I swatched out this Qor Ali Cavanaugh paint set to try to get a variety of skin tones with this set. I don't think this set is a beginner's portrait palette set. I think as talented as Ali Cavanaugh is, I think she's a master artist, and I think this palette is hard for me, and I think this would be very hard for beginners. You can get the soft pinks. I paint primarily my grandchildren, so I need these nice pinks. I did all the mixtures here as softly as I could, especially on this row right here. These are basically just tinted, very soft colors. I mix each one with the next color, and then I washed it out. This was a nice skin tone. It's still, everything is on the green and orange side with this palette. There aren't any, I couldn't get any nice blues or violets out of this combination of colors because they are primarily warm colors, and I paint primarily with cool colors, so that's probably the problem. I do think it's a beautiful combination of colors. Okay, so I'm seeing on here better how she's getting these skin tones. The pyrrole orange and the ultramarine turquoise, because they're complements, they gray each other out, so you get a rosier kind of color skin tone, plus you get these really nice darks, and you get the grays. So that's probably how she gets a lot of the skin tones. The second combination is the nickel azo and the pyrrole orange, and that would be for the sunny areas, I guess, on the face. And then for the shadows, this is the ultramarine turquoise and the perylene crimson. And you can see you get some really nice darks there. So it seems to me that these colors mix better on the paper than they do in the palette. So keep that in mind. I think using it, letting them flow and mix on your paper probably works the best for this technique. But we'll see how that goes, and I will keep you posted. So I've been playing with these paints, this paint set from Qor, and I managed to do this painting using Ali Cavanaugh's basic palette and suggestions from a video that she produced for Qor, which helped tremendously. Before seeing the video, I had a very hard time using these paints to make skin colors, honestly. And the first painting I did, I actually ended up throwing away. So I think if you're an experienced painter, you can have a lot of fun with these colors. This actually worked much better, putting the watercolor ground on the paper and then painting on top, which is one of the techniques she uses. I think the way she gets these beautiful ethereal portraits is to use a surface that's not very absorbent, so she can move around the pigments easier. It's a fun set to play with. I will continue to play with it. These color choices would not be my color choices for a portrait palette all the time, but they sure work for her. She does beautiful work. So I guess if you want to have some fun, this is a nice set. The colors in the set are very versatile, and you can use them in your daily painting as well. But as far as portraiture goes, I'm probably going to stick with my palette that I use that has much more blue undertones rather than the warmer undertones. And so there you have it. That's my take on this portrait set by Ali Cavanaugh.